Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word. We are going through the book of Galatians right now, and we are going, as we're part of that, Galatians 5 verses 22 and 23 talks about the fruit of the Spirit, okay? Today we are talking about gentleness, and you can see gentleness right there, or out there. Gentleness. And gentleness is part of, imagine this fruit is love, but this is all part of love. Okay, so you have gentleness in here, along with all the other fruit of the Spirit is in here. But we're talking about gentleness today. And gentleness, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. A lot of times people think gentleness like, oh, be gentle with the baby so you don't hurt the baby, and don't squeeze the baby too tight, and don't drop the baby, and all kinds of stuff like that. And they think it's kind of a wimpiness. It's not, that's not it at all. When God is talking about that. So we're going to be reading, let me read, first of all, Galatians 5:22 to 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, which is all forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. Now, flip on over with me to 1 Thessalonians 2, okay? 1 Thessalonians 2, and this is where Paul, he's addressing the Thessalonian people, or the people of Thessalonica, you might say. And this is, again, this is Paul being gentle with these people, and there's two things here. There's two extremes. He's not being wimpy with it, with what's being said here, but he's not cramming it down their throat, okay? He's not going, come on, you need to do this. It's like, he's being gentle with them, bringing them along, not bringing a gun and making them do that. So let's read here, 1 Thessalonians 2, verses 1 through 12. You know, brothers and sisters, that our visit to you was not without results. We had previously suffered and been treated outrageously in Philippi, as you know. But with the help of our God, we dare to tell you his gospel in the face of strong opposition. For the appeal we make does not spring from error or impure motives, nor are we trying to trick you. On the contrary, we speak as though approved by God to be entrusted with the gospel. We are not trying to please people, but God, who tests our hearts. You know we never use flattery, nor did we put on a mask to cover up greed. God is our witness. We are not looking for praise from people, not from you or anyone else, even though, as apostles of Christ, we could have asserted our authority. Instead, we were like young children among you. Okay, that's all the way to verse 7. Let me keep reading here to verse 12. Just as the nursing mother cares for her children, so we cared for you. Again, an example of gentleness here. A mother, caring for the nursing child, is gentle with that child. It doesn't, bring that child along with a rope and say, come on, it's time to eat, like that. It's gentle with that child. So we cared for you. Because we loved you so much, we were delighted to share with you not only the gospel of God, but our lives as well. Surely you remember, brothers and sisters, our toil and hardship. We worked night and day in order not to be a burden to anyone, while we preach the gospel to you. You're witnesses, and so is God, of how holy, righteous, and blameless we were among you who believed. For you know that we dealt with each other as a father deals with his own children, encouraging, comforting, and urging you to live lives worthy of God, who calls you into his kingdom and glory. This is like such a great example of gentleness here. And how Paul says, we were with you at the church, and we don't want to be a hardship, and we were teaching you, and we were kind of bringing you along. Much in the same way, a good example of this is the way a father or a mother guides their children, okay? A father and a mother is gentle with that child, raising them, bringing them along, disciplining when discipline is needed, but we don't treat the child as like a slave. You're not out there whipping them and forcing them to, do all kinds of crazy stuff. But you're gentle with that. And that's what Paul is saying. I was gentle with you guys when I was part, and we were part of the church, bringing leadership to that church. And so in the same way, when you're trying to reach others for the kingdom, you have to be gentle with them, okay? And so it's a matter of, if I'm sharing the gospel with someone, I will do that with gentleness. Now, I won't be wimpy and say, oh, yeah, if you really, really want it and it's the right day and everything, then go ahead, I guess. No, that's like wimpiness. No. But then you're not saying, having a gun and saying, you better accept Christ or you're a dead man. No, that's not gentleness either, okay? So there's a balance of that. So hopefully that makes sense of all the examples that I gave of what gentleness is. And that's a part of the fruit of the Spirit. And remember, love is the fruit of the Spirit, and all these are part of it. Everything we've talked about so far. Tomorrow we conclude with this last fruit. Hopefully you guys know what it is by now, after memorizing Galatians 5:22 and 23. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Lord's blessing to you. I'll see you tomorrow as we continue our journey through the book of Galatians. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.